Hello, homeschool families, and welcome back to the channel, prepping you for fall 2020. We're almost here. I'm so excited. So today we're going to be talking about morning baskets because I love them. It has been such a great resource for getting our mornings started right. Getting everything that we want to do together as a family before we spread off into our own, age groups and whatnot. So this is our morning basket. I'm going to show you what's in it, why I like it, and if you should have one too. So let's go. This is our morning basket. Now, I know you're like, that is not a basket. You were right. It totally is not a basket. Don't get hung up on that. So many people are like, well, where did you get your basket? It doesn't have to be a basket. It just has to be something that holds the stuff, okay? So in our morning basket, I just picked up this container thing from Walmart a while ago, and it's held up for a couple years. So there you go. It's not that bad. This is our morning basket, and I'm going to show you what's inside in the order that we go in. First things first is we say a prayer. We just say a prayer to start our day off right, and then we start going into our Bibles. These are my son's Bibles, and we do read from these. Right now we're in the Gospels, and we just read about a section a day and just kind of go over it, talk about it. We just recently started doing this. In the past few months, we had done a devotional for the children, and I really liked this one, Growing with Jesus. It may have been a little bit young for my kids, but it opened up conversations. We looked up the scriptures it had, and we talked about it and worked through it, and I really liked it. We did it all, though. We graduated. So now we're up to this, and this isn't bad at all. Like, obviously, it's the Bible, but I still might want to find a devotional that works for them, so that we have a little bit more guided reading for their age group. The Gospels are great, but we're going to run out, and then it's going to be like going into the whole and this guy knew this guy, and this guy knew this guy, and this guy knew this guy. And I feel like these might guide children's attention span a little bit more just while they're young, The next thing that we do is we do our gratitude journals. And I really, really love gratitude journals. They are a great way to start the morning. I know that there's been science done that gratitude doesn't actually help with depression. Well, I still disagree with that one because it really just changes your mindset from thinking about all the problems you have to how blessed you are. So I definitely recommend gratitude journals. It's also a way for your kids to practice their handwriting. They don't have fancy gratitude journals. This was for my birthday, for my son, and this is what they are working with. But it works. So you don't have to get fancy with the gratitude journals, 50 cents at Walmart. The next thing that we do is we incorporate mantras. This is a book I picked up from a secondhand store, and I really love it. I find it up on Amazon. Kids Power 2 Words to Grow By. We have read through this every single year. It's got the dates on it. So you look up today's date, and this is a great way to get them thinking about today's date. Instead of doing one of those charts where we move the date and stuff, we just go to today's date, and that's how they get to thinking, oh, this is August 6th or whatever. And so then we'll go to that day, August 6th, and we'll just read the mantra. Let's see what it is. I have the right to take good care of myself. And I love these things. It just seems silly, but we'll go around and talking about what's one way we can take good care of ourselves. And so eating healthy, playing outside, being nice in my mind to myself instead of negative. These things have helped so much. You don't see it the first day. You don't see how it helps the first day. But one time my husband and I were fighting, and my son later after the fact, the fight was over, he was like, Mama, y'all were fighting and I was a little bit nervous, but I remembered one of the mantras that we talked about saying that if adults are fighting, it's not my fault. And that helped. And I was like, oh, yay, it's working. The hard work that we put into doing this every single day works. It shows up when they need it to. And that is the tools we want. We want them to have things that show up when they need it to. Oh, I love it. So that is something I definitely recommend. It's mantras for your kids. If you can find it, great. The next thing we do is we get this big life journal. I have been advertised this for years. And through, just all the ads, it would send me this, it would send me this, it would send me this. And I fell for it eventually, and which is surprising because I'm usually a super cheap person, and this is not cheap. This was over $20 for a book. And I had to get 2 of them. But I have been pleasantly surprised with these. I'm not an affiliate person, so if you find a link down below and you click on it, I'm not getting anything for it. I just like these that much. I don't want to go ahead and like open it up and show my son's work because I respect their privacy, but you know, they will have these sections on being an adventurer and, you know, things. It gets them to know themselves, and it gets these like little activities where they can draw, where they can write. And I've been impressed. I've been impressed with them. So we do that, not every day because we would be done with it so fast, but we do it probably once a week. I don't know. We just do it whenever we feel like it. And it has to be at least once a week. Otherwise it would be forgetful, you know? The last thing we do is another thing I bought from Amazon. It's these mindful kids. And I really like these little cards. My kids will pick one. We take turns picking one. And these cards just have activities on them. So our favorite one is this feeling charades, name that feeling, where it's feeling charades. So like I've talked about this in the book that I wrote, So You Survived Spring 2020, You Want to Try Homeschooling for Real. I'll link that down below. It's for 99 cents for forever. And so if you're interested in that, it's a great starter guide, but I talk about this a little bit where we play this feeling charades game. Where everybody acts out a feeling, you know, with the body language, and we have to guess what it is. And then when we guess what it is, whether it be frustrated or angry or elated or whatever it is, then we talk about a time we felt that feeling. And it gets them thinking about their emotional intelligence, which is the biggest thing I think human beings are lacking right now, is emotional intelligence and social emotional intelligence. So this has been a great tool for us. I definitely recommend this one as well. And that is our morning basket. That is how we get started. There will be other things I incorporate, including read alouds about emotional intelligence, because that is so important to me and to my sons. We need that to work together as a family. We need that to work together on teams in the workforce. We need that forever to be effective human beings. And so we'll be reading a book. I just have the Kindle Unlimited, so I'll just look up emotional intelligence for kids and we work through books like that. There's not really been any that I've been like, oh, I got to share this with the world, but they're okay. And they're activities that we do together. And when we do those read alouds at the morning basket table time, that's when they get the Play-Doh. Because my daughter's there and she's 2.5. And so the only time she gets to play with Play-Doh is during these read alouds, and it keeps that novelty going. It keeps that special. So that's a bonus tip right there, is when you have read alouds at the table, do have some sort of tactile thing that they only get during that time. So it's special and you can contain the mess, keeps them focused in on what we're actually doing during that read aloud and paying attention. So that is our morning basket. I hope this helps. I am not one of those people that have the morning basket themes where once a month we switch it out. That's just not who I am. We focus on our devotional, our gratitude journals, and our mantras, and our emotional intelligence. Basically, all the things our spiritual and emotional needs are met by our morning basket, starting off the day right. I love it. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Fist bump, we got this, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.